Hello there, and welcome back at my Bringing Photography into Focus video series. Today I would like to share a technique with you that I often use on sunset or sunrise photographs. We're going to post-process two photos. One of them has a relatively dark foreground and the other one has a relatively bright foreground, and there's a slight difference how I post-process those photographs over in Adobe Lightroom. Let's jump over to my digital darkroom.
A sunset or a sunrise photograph always has a bright upper part and a relatively dark lower part. Of course, when out there taking the photograph, I can use the aperture compensation to compensate all that. But it's already too late because we're in Adobe Lightroom. Let me show you how I post-process those photos. The difference in the post-processing methods, they lie here in the whites and the blacks. What I regularly do is bring down the highlights, increase the shadows, increase the whites, and decrease the blacks. Now look over here, the photograph is more or less balanced out. The lower part that was extremely dark is now brightened up, and the upper part that was extremely bright is now a little darker. Now I'm going to jump over to the second photograph and I will do the exact same thing as I just did with the first one. I will bring down the highlights, I will increase the shadows, increase the whites, and decrease the blacks. Ugly, isn't it? So the lower part is too dark, and whenever something like that happens, I want to reverse the whites and the blacks. So I'm going to bring down the whites and increase the blacks. See? This looks nice now. So now we have an equalized photograph where the lower part of the photograph is matching the upper part of the photograph. Let me quick summarize everything. I always dial down the highlights and amp up the shadows. Then I'm going to increase the whites and decrease the blacks. If the photograph doesn't look good, I do it the other way around. So that means then I'm going to decrease the whites and increase the blacks.
Thanks for watching and see you in my next video. Bye now.